One of the things that I saw, it was actually something I think you reposted on TikTok.
I've
I
been
need to delete
reposting
that app.
everything.
I'm tired of it.
Why? No, don't delete it.
Then I'm probably gonna delete it.
No.
But it was just the concept of
You see all my
why.
reposts?
Yeah, because I don't follow anybody, so
Oh,
all I see is yours. But
I've been having good reposts.
it was the concept of, and like I don't know why it's still this continued conversation, or like women be so baffled by it, but why men can see your friends are fake before you can.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it really comes down to just one simple
It's
concept.
always friends and moms, both of you guys.
Yeah, because it's women in general. Because a man's whole purpose in life is to find a woman and secure them.
True.
So men look at women from a different perspective than women do, because women don't look to women for that same kind of emotional thing. Like, you know what I mean?
You just look at them for like friendships.
Like,
And
yeah,
sometimes
like,
friendships just can mean anything.
yeah, women look at women for friendship, so they don't look at it with the same microscope that they would put on a guy.
Yeah.
So if they're looking for a male partner as a woman, you're going to put that man under a microscope, but you don't also do the same thing for your friends. But for men do that because men are trying to pursue women. And so men are able to put that microscope on everybody. So you, your friends, your aunties, your grandma, your mom.
Yeah. Because
So
you're evaluating what you would want as your wife, as your mother of your children. So you're kind of analyzing.
right. Like, does she seem like a liar? Like, all those kind of weird, like the manipulation,
Yeah.
all those little nuances about something that, like, all those nuances that a woman could have about herself, men are just able to see it easier because we just have those glasses on to always evaluate women in that way. So the reason why men can typically pick out, oh, she's fake, she's lying to you, she's slimy, all that kind of stuff, is for that reason. It's just we look at it in a different way, and we know what we would look for in a woman. And if your friends are doing certain things, we know that that's not somebody we would pursue. So that means that that should be somebody that you shouldn't be friends with.
And then moms just know because experience, life experience. They probably dealt with those same type of friends one time or another.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always moms and boyfriends.
It's easy.
And to be making mad because both you and my mom are both right about literally the same friends. Like every single one, every single thing you guys said about every single one of my friends who are not my friends anymore, you guys were all right. And the thing is, it's not like I know that you guys are wrong, but it's almost like I just give people chances. So it's like, oh no, they probably didn't mean it like that. Oh no, they probably didn't mean it like that.
You see how that's worked out for you.
You realize, oh, they meant it like that.
Yeah, and I think also the thing is, I think it's because, it's understandable that women think that it's a control thing. It's like,
no, but because some guys definitely is.
100%.
They just don't. They just want to isolate their.
Yeah, like
their
because
girlfriend.
they have the fear that, oh, you go out with your girlfriends and they're gonna get you to do some devious shit.
Yeah.
Now, first and foremost, that is 100% true.
Oh no, that's definitely true.
That 100% happens.
Funny enough, I actually just saw a Reddit post about that. Cause people keep pinning Reddit stuff on Twitter about a woman that was going on. It was like a not safe for work cruise. I feel like we've seen this cruise before. And she was her single friends were trying to get her to go on, and she's married, and so she said she wasn't comfortable going without her husband.
Right.
And her friends were like, "Oh no, like there's gonna be other men on the ship." And she's like, "What do you mean by that? Like, no, I want to bring my husband." And then she said that, and these are like people in their 30s, 40s, mad at her because she wanted to bring her husband, and they were trying to like basically insinuate, "Oh, there's other men on the boat if you," because she's like, "Oh, I don't want to be a third wheel. Like, why you guys are like doing all that?"
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Yo, you won't be a third wheel. There's other men there." And she's like, well, "I'm married," and she was like, "So." I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Even these oldies be trying to make their friends do some nefarious.
Yeah, because it's always the single ones, yo. It's always them because they see what you have. They want to have those same sorts of things, and for whatever reason they can't find a good relationship. Maybe they're just bad people. They can't be married and have that secure relationship the way that they would want to. So they see you in your strong, solid relationship, then they want to tear it down. And we've seen that happen firsthand with our own experiences. So
Yeah.
women friends they can be like really horrible people and throw so much of a wrench into your relationship that it's like crazy.
Yeah. And a lot of times you really don't realize it until after. Like in real time, it's kind of hard to clock it, but then it's like after when you're really evaluating like everything. Because sometimes you got to see things from a full picture. Like you can't really understand something when you're living in one part of it. It's so you sit back and look at it and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like that shit was crazy.
Certain things people said, or
Yeah.
oh, he doesn't have to know, like all that kind of stuff. Like, oh, there's other men here. Like,
that's crazy.
even like the purposeful trying to separate you from your man kind of thing. Like that's one of those reasons, because why would it matter like you having your man there isn't going to impact them in any way.
Yeah.
You
So
can
it's
still
like, why
go
you?
do whatever you want on your
Yeah.
cruise.
They want it to be this girls trip, but what's wrong? Like with the husband being there.
Right. Like if you want to go do whatever you want to do, and
Yeah.
I was going to say something explicit, but you can still do that.
Especially
but,
if there are other men there. So it's like if there are other men there, then just imagine your friend's husband as like another random man there anyway. Like if you're gonna be messing with men while you're there, it's not a girls trip anyway.
yeah, but
So
they
why are you
don't,
mad that she's bringing her man?
yeah, but they're mad because they want her to go and do some crazy
Yeah.
shit so that they have something to talk about in the group chat, or
Yeah.
they have some dirt on you now. So, or it just,
Blackmail.
yeah, or it lessens your relationship. So like
Yeah.
the way that you might have some greatly perceived relationship, but now they throw that in there, and maybe you did do something. Now they get to talk shit about your relationship. Now
Yeah.
it gives them something to speak about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's for me. It's so easy to pick out just from having those glasses on. Like, nah, like she really wildin'. And also aside from that too, aside from just looking at women in that way, some of the closest women and men, if you're listening, maybe tell me if I'm wrong, because this is just kind of my personal experience. Your friends are the closest people that will be to me of the opposite sex, aside from family members.
Yeah.
Which
You'll
might be just common
you're
sense.
around them more, like,
Right.
Whether it's a birthday party, whether it's a trip, whether it's a night out,
Right.
whether it's just chilling in the dorm or in a house.
Yeah, like chilling in their places, their
Yeah.
homes, all that kind of stuff. Them chilling in your place, in your home.
Yeah.
There's gonna be no other women
That's a good
as
point.
close.
Yeah.
So there's also that part. Like women do weird shit when they're around their friends' significant other men.
Yeah.
So like they might say something, do something, make some type of joke, some type of comment, or all of those different things. And that's the other part. It's like, her actions were XYZ, blah, 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 blah. Maybe you should probably stay away from her because she's exhibiting certain behaviors where I feel like she might be trying to mess up this relationship, or by her trying to pursue me, or she's just making certain comments and certain jokes. Or like there might be some weird stuff that a guy might recognize as well that might make him say those things. So aside from just looking at women from those goggles, it's also they're so close in proximity that you can point out some of the behaviors and the way they even interact with you that might be potentially problematic in the future, and a guy could call those kinds of things out. But to me, if you don't have a abusive, controlling type of boyfriend or husband, to me, if a guy is giving you a warning about of a woman, you might want to at least don't completely disregard it. I'm not saying he's 100% right.
Yeah, it's not like men are always right, but
at least
if you're seeing some signs, like, at least be like,
at least
aware.
think about it.
Yeah.
Don't become paranoid too.
Yeah.
Like,
and it also doesn't mean you have to necessarily cut those friends off too, but you might have to like just reorganize your friend structure.
Yeah, just move accordingly.
Okay, maybe this person I'm not gonna hang out with as much, and like they'll just be a friend from a distance, or maybe I could say something now, and maybe they'll change their ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because stuff gets weird, and that leads me to another conversation I actually saw too. Was women saying like the whole, "Oh, y'all are so cute together," but the girl the whole time low-key wants your man. Like, that's...
In my experience, those are the main ones. The ones that always liking every post about your relationship, every tweet about your relationship, complimenting it. In my experience, the main ones. Literally.
And it was a bunch of women. It was like... they were all like commenting together. That was like actually a huge TikTok I saw, and then they're all agreeing. It's like, yeah, it's always my friend that's like always complimenting. Oh, y'all so cute together. And it's like, well, I know you're attracted to him, and you're also saying y'all are so cute together. And it's like the imagining of them being in that position. Like, men can pick up on those things too. Some men aren't gonna be as like aware. I know I'm kind of like a special case because like I need to know where I stand with everybody, because it just helps me. I just like being familiar with my surroundings, so I'm always going to pay attention to that kind of stuff. And I know some men might not pay attention to it, but I know a lot of men can pick up on certain things. Mm-hmm. People look at you a certain way, like
And girls, we can pick up on it too, a lot of signs. But I feel like sometimes when it's your friends, you might ignore it. But sometimes not really. Like sometimes when it's your friends, you actually do notice it. But then you don't want to be. You want to keep the peace.
From a woman's perspective, is it like if
Like you're a woman, so it's like I'm a woman, so I know what signs are there.
yeah, from your perspective, do you think it's like of course, in a scenario where they try to actually act on certain things, of course that's a problem.
Yeah.
But from your perspective, is it like a no harm, no foul kind of thing? If nothing ever comes from it, but you at least like let me expound. So like your friend, if you weren't in the picture, would want your man.
Yeah.
And maybe some of their actions might be a little flirty or whatever.
Yeah.
But they've never explicitly said anything.
Yeah.
Is it a no harm, no foul kind of thing, or is that the kind of thing that you would cut off either historically or like in the future?
In my opinion, I feel like it's something you would cut off. And I say that because everything for me obviously is hindsight, but it's like, I feel like and I get humans, we have a lot of like subconscious things that we do. We have a lot of like you're not doing it on purpose, because it's just like, so I guess that's subconscious. But I do feel like in a way, like if you, because like I don't think that's a abnormal thing, right? Like especially if you and your friend are a similar type of person, right? You guys you guys are friends for a reason in some way or another because there's some type of commonality there. So it's not odd to also find the same men attractive, especially if you're both like black women. You know, you're more likely gonna find the same like black men attractive, right? So that's not abnormal to me. But I feel like if you can't control yourself enough to not even like, because I feel like by you like being flirty, even if it's subconscious or not, like control yourself. Because I feel like if you're being flirty because the goal of flirting is to gain the attention of somebody. So it's like even like you flirting with my man who you might think is attractive, or like being just kind of weird around him. It's almost like you're giving him that like signal, almost like, hey, I'm here. Well, you know, whether you're gonna actually do something or not, it's like you're still kind of giving that vibe. And I feel like that's weird to me because it's like, why? Like, control yourself. And I feel like if you can't control yourself, then you shouldn't be friends with other women because like you're not, like, in my opinion, a girl's girl. Like you're not able to control your male urges enough to have meaningful woman friendships.
No.
So that's why I say cut it off, because there could have been friends who I never knew if they were attracted to you or not, and they hit it well, which I could respect because it's like they're respecting me, they're respecting our friendship, so they're suppressing their feelings and they're just almost viewing you like, okay, like that's my friend's boyfriend. No, like ew. Like they're almost like making it in their mind, like trying to make themselves not attracted to you because they're just like, that's like they're viewing you as that's her boyfriend. And like I respect that. But if you're a friend who's like saying things like, I don't know, I've obviously I have my stories, and it's just like, what are you doing? Like, do you think I'm stupid? Like, I'm a woman too. I know what you're doing. I know how you're acting. Like, why are you touching my man? Why are you play fighting with my man? Why are you saying certain stuff? Like, it's just like, come on. It's mad disrespectful, in my opinion.
You want to call anybody out by name?
No, everything, like I said, is hindsight. Like being an older person and I clock these things in real time. Like I recognize them in real time, but being older now and like really like acknowledging like my experiences is like, damn, like people really like tried to play in my face, whether it was purposeful or not. It's just like weird to me that you would like be like that around somebody else's, like that, you know, like that's your friend, like that. Like, you don't have to be my friend. That's the thing. You don't have to be my friend. You could do whatever you want, pursue him, whatever you want, do whatever you want with him. But then why be my friend? Like that, I just don't get it. Like, you don't have to be my friend.
From my perspective, and this has always been kind of a tough thing, because certain things that are like whoa, like take a step back.
Yeah.
You need to not speak to this woman. One of the tough things is that whole like concept of not wanting to come across as being like controlling or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to. It's tough to like you got a signal. So let me, let's be more specific.
Okay.
So there's been times where there's been certain shit where I'm like, I know what it is.
Yeah.
But not speaking up and saying anything about it because
you don't want to
like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, if there's nothing so explicit, it's like, is it even worth bringing up?
I know. Cause I know same friends will try to probably be like, what? No.
No. I mean, like me bringing up, like, is there even a point in bringing it up? Because it's like, you're introducing something almost like, yeah, maybe that was a signal, maybe it wasn't, who knows? Is it worth like now putting that in your mind where it's like, now you gotta,
I know, yeah, now you gotta feel every little thing,
yeah. And maybe those things maybe it is true, but it's like sometimes it's like,
I
is it
feel like
even
the
worth
best
bringing
thing is if the girl brings it up first. If your girl's like, hey, like,
up? Mm.
it's like, I don't know, is she like, am I crazy? And then you're like, nah, like, I've been wanting to tell you that, but I didn't want to sound crazy. I feel like that's the best situation.
I did.
Which I feel like
I've
that's
done
happened in our
before.
relationship where I've said something like, am I crazy? And you're like, nah. Like, I feel the same way. Every single person I think, like, I felt how we were vibes with, like, woman wise, I've been right. Because it's obvious, like, women are not slick. Even people who weren't my friends, like, I just pick up on stuff. I'm like, okay, what's going on there? Like, why is she acting weird? Like, do you feel like she's acting weird? And you're like, yeah, like,
Who were some of these people?
I'm not saying it on camera.
Here, type it into the notes.
No.
Type it into your notes so we could be on the same page.
No.
You don't want to tell me?
No.
Really?
No. I'm not saying that. Well, I'll tell you off camera.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just wild stuff.
It is wild. Yeah, women friends be snaky. Women are snaky in general, but there's because we talked about this before, and maybe it wasn't on the podcast, but about men that will follow women just to be close in proximity, hoping that their relationship messes up. Women, of course, do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like they might keep you in proximity,
Yeah.
just to be close to your significant other.
Yeah.
It's like, don't put it past a woman to do something like that either.
Yeah.
And it makes it so much easier because they get to get off things easier just being in the same social setting.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be perceived as, oh, they're like, maybe they're just cool.
Yeah,
or
like
we're all
friends.
just hanging out and it's
Yeah.
all good, but it's really not. That's not really the intention.
Yeah.
Because men do the same thing. So I know from a male
Yeah.
perspective, if men do it, then women definitely do it.
Yeah. I feel like I definitely experienced that. It's like, dang, like, I don't know. Because it's like, I don't like that. Because, like, you know, like in my mind, you never really wanted to be my friend. You never really cared for me as a friend. You never wanted to nurture that relationship or develop it. You just wanted to be around to be around my man. Like, that's how I perceive it. And I don't like that because, like, I don't like the concept of being used. And like in a nefarious way like that too, because that's just so grimy and snaky. Because you don't have, like I said, you don't have to be my friend. Do whatever you want. If you want a man, then don't be my friend, and then go at it. Go do whatever you want. But why be my friend? No, I'm saying because then for me it's like you didn't owe me that loyalty, quote unquote. Even though I feel you owe yourself that loyalty, but just to continue to be my friend and pretend to be my friend.
That's what I feel like.
It's crazy.
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no, I was done.
I feel like that was the situation allegedly with De'Ara, for example.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be friends with the woman.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to take her,
yeah,
then go for it.
Yeah,
but
like,
you don't
why
have
go
to,
on a trip?
But it's like the trips, but it's like that, getting that close proximity.
Yeah,
like you have to be around.
I wouldn't
like,
be surprised too if she was thinking that. Like, it's so evil to me.
Yeah.
It's literally evil.
And you could pick up on energy. Like, it's not hard to pick up on people's energy. So
it's not. Like people are not slick. They're not sly. Like, you're not, like, people, stuff rarely gets past me. Like, I could read it. People are easy reads.
Yeah.
Non-verbal cues are easy reads.
The like,
non-verbals is the easiest.
Is the easiest.
Look at the eye contact, the body language. Like, it's just so, ugh. It's craziness.
I think the craziest part about that is definitely doing it in front of the other person.
And that's what I mean. And that's what I mean, because it's like what we were saying earlier about, like, do you cut that person off? It's like, yeah, because the fact that they're even willing to do it in front of you, they don't respect you. They don't respect you.
With you not being there, then it would be even crazier. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, cut that shit off.
That's why, like, when people always be like, "Oh, advice to give to people under 25," like that'd be my advice. Like, cut it off, because all like, you're saving yourself from any type of harm by cutting things early. Because if not, then all you're gonna do is get disappointed and feel like, damn, like, I knew the shit and I didn't clock it, and now I'm dealing with the, like, byproduct of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like, dang. But I feel like also too, at the same time, life is sometimes worth having lessons like that. Like, sometimes you have to go through those things to then learn for yourself. Unfortunately,
sometimes I believe that kind of stuff, but then I'm like, nah, I don't even need to go through it.
Yeah, cool. You don't.
I don't need the trauma.
My thing is, I'd rather I'm not going through certain things. But for me, I feel like at the same time, it's like
it helps.
It helps because I feel like I've always had such a naive way of living. I've always had such a, like a, I always thought the best of people. Like I never had the concept of like friends doing you dirty. Like, and literally until I was like maybe 16, 17, I never like conceptualized that was like even a thing.
Nah, people are crazy.
And
People
I
are
was
grimy.
like, wow, like, so, you know, I wish I didn't have to deal with certain stuff, but I feel like it's taught me lessons that I will cherish. And then maybe hopefully my daughters listen to our daughters listen. And they like, take your mama's advice, please. Take your mama's advice.
I hope I don't have daughters, but if I do, I will love y'all and cherish y'all. But I hope I don't.
No, don't say
Women
that.
have it way. No, women have it way worse.
No, we do.
Let's be completely honest, because men could be snaked by their friends, of course.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, women have it worse because I think men are more loyal to their friends than women are loyal to their friends.
I think so too.
And not only that, so women have to deal with it on that side, but then also they have to deal with a man, which is just, you know, bad in itself. Just the same way it's bad for a man to have to deal with a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that a man tends to be more loyal to their friends than women are.
Yeah.
And of course, we don't have any stats on these things, but just in my experiences and the stuff that I've seen,
it's true though, because you see a lot more like lifetime friendships with men than women, in my opinion.
yeah, women
and like sometimes
fight every day.
Women do see a lot of lifetime, like long friendships too. Though, 'cause I do feel like there is an element of loyalty that always stays between a friend that you might meet in kindergarten to adulthood, and then those friends that you meet like in the middle. Sometimes, so like I feel like lots of times, like we see a lot of college friendships don't last. Like I feel like if you see all the people we went to school with, there's probably like maybe like a good little small section of people that stay friends, but a lot of those friends, especially freshman year, like everybody's just friends with everybody, and then you see how like that ends up dispersing by the time senior year comes around.
Yeah,
but not necessarily for the men though. I feel like a lot of men, even in college, are still friends with those freshman year friends. So it definitely says a lot.
yeah. But yep,
But,
if that man
if he's
tells
warning
if he's warning you,
listen.
Don't take it as being the truth, but at least maybe just hear him out for a second.
Yeah.
Because
And
he's not just saying it for no reason.
Yeah,
either.
he's trying to protect you. And that goes beyond like obviously your friend wanting you, like your man type of thing, but also just like that friend just not being a good friend for you. Like it could the friend could not even want you, right? But they could still just not be a good friend, and you're telling them like that friend's putting you in these bad situations. That friend
Right.
doesn't care for you. She doesn't show up for you. She doesn't support you. She's fake. She probably be talking about you, like
be using you, all that kind of stuff.
Be using you. Yep, you clock like men be clocking that stuff too.
Yeah.
And women would sit there like, no, she's not like that.
Meanwhile, they got the whole separate group chat without you.
Yeah, and then you learn for yourself. Oh, they're like that.
Yeah,
Like
nah, they really
they're
like
haters. They're users. They want to see you fail like them. They want to drag you down with them. They look a mess, so they want you to look a mess. So they might do stuff to try to mess you up on purpose.
Yeah, like don't wear.
They're insecure, so yeah, don't wear makeup.
Don't wear makeup. How y'all dressed?
Are you
and all
guys
that
wearing
kind of
makeup
stuff.
today?
That's all
Yeah, I'm wearing
toxic.
makeup every day. Don't ask me that. Like, it's toxic. Like people try to excuse that. It's toxic. Like in hindsight, it's toxic. 'Cause why do you care how I look? Like why is that? Why am I a competition for you? Like I wear makeup every day. Like I don't care what we're doing. We could go to ShopRite. We could go to the gas station. We could go to a house party. We could go to the mall. I'm wearing makeup. Like that. 'Cause that's just who I am. Why do I have to like now diminish myself because you don't want to do makeup? So now you feel less than around me. Like that's a you problem. So there's so many layers with people. Like that's what in my opinion, I think community is important. I feel like fostering relationships in life are important. But I also feel like you could keep that to a minimum. Some people get lucky and find a lot of people who are just good. But somebody said too, they feel like there is a thing like there's no way that people who have a whole lot of friends that all those friendships are genuine. Like in my opinion,
No, of course not.
there's no way you're clocking them. You're definitely ignoring stuff. You're definitely letting people do stuff to you. Like some people, rare cases, no, like everybody's solid. But in more likely than not, I feel like these people that have all these big friend groups, there's no way all that's genuine. Like in my opinion, I feel like 1 to 2 good like core friends is all you need in life. In my opinion, like I feel like everybody else is gonna come and go, or they're just not gonna be truths for you. They're not gonna care for you. Like people who genuinely care for you is very rare in my opinion. Like genuinely, they care about you. They care about your feelings. Like they want to see you win. They're proud of you. They're happy for you. That is a rare experience in my opinion.
Yeah.
And you learn that with life. And sometimes as women, it takes us longer to see it. Men see it quick.
Immediately.
Moms see it immediately. But that's just a part of life. Like you have to go through things. And unfortunately, like I said, I wish there were some things I could have avoided learning because it's like, damn, why did I have to learn a lesson like that? But I mean, at least I learned it earlier, right? I feel like I learned it about like I was in my 20s. So some people learn this stuff so much later. Even though I do think it's common for people to learn it in their 20s. It's probably average because like everybody starts growing up and getting careers and starting families and getting married, and all those things are real tests. And the funny thing about my friendships that you clock too, like it's kind of funny that they like fell apart when they did. Cause I can only imagine like the way my life is now. I feel like those type of friends would literally fucking like it would have got worse in my opinion. Like the way things would have went down. Cause like you was already like mad and like feeling a way about who I was back then. Like imagine now, like I look better, I make more money, I'm more successful. Our relationship is what it is. It's still solid. Like I can only imagine the type of weird, shady shit. Like it would have already happened. It was destined to happen with those type of people.
Yeah.
It's if they checking on me now, they'll see. Still lit.
Still lit. The king.
Yeah, I'm still the king. And it's only up from here. It's still very early. I'm only 27.
And I'm only getting better. Something.
The haters out of your life, please. They could literally, that's the thing. The haters could literally risk your life. Like I could have been in I've been in dangerous situations, but I literally saw a story the other day about a woman who apparently was celebrating a job promotion with her friends, and she went to the bathroom and then her friends put something in her drink, and some guy was like, "Don't drink that." When he was at the bathroom, your friends just put something in the drink, and she was like, "What? Like why the fuck did you guys trying to poison me because I'm celebrating my job promotion?" Like, just please, people watch out.
Women are sneaky.
Haters are everywhere.
Haters are everywhere, and you'll never. And you won't necessarily know.
You won't know. And if you're somebody that fills off so many brackets, you're definitely gonna experience that. Like your looks wise, your education wise, your money wise. Like if you just fill so many different brackets, be wary, please. Like it sounds cocky, but it's true. Because like I said, I dealt with it firsthand. I was a very open-minded, happy person, happy for everybody, wanted the best for everybody, and it backfired. Being nice backfires every time.
I like to end this specific topic with a quote. This was from a very popular poet.
Mm-hmm. Who? Edgar Allan Poe.
And he said this. Yeah, been on the move like the lease is up. Mm-hmm. And I can't even name one person that's keeping up.
Mm-hmm. I
Damn.
can't.
Fuck how it was in the past tense.
Mm-hmm.
Ask yourself, how do we match up now? Because I'm only 27 and I'm only getting better. If I haven't passed you yet, watch me catch up now. For real.
I felt that. Oh my God, I need that. That's going to be a caption since we're still 27. Let me get that. Send me that screenshot. I need that.
And that's how
Who's that, Drake?
Of course it's Drake.
I could tell it's Drake type bars.
Yeah, because that's all. He was 27 doing 0 to 100, which is crazy.
That's crazy. Give me that. I need that. Nah, but that's true. It's true. And like we were saying, that was the whole point of the topic. Like men and moms, they see it all. They see the haters. They see the ones that want them. They see the snakes. And sometimes you see it for yourself too. It might take a little longer, but eventually everybody shows who their true colors. There's no way to hide your true self for long. So I'm glad everybody did. And good luck in life. Well, you know what? No. Someone said that stop wishing your enemies good. Well, I don't have enemies, but stop wishing people who done you bad good. Like, when people are like, I wish you well. I don't. I don't wish you well. I wish people the experience that they gave me and gave others. That's what I wish. I don't wish
anybody anything.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Let's start there.
I only care about myself. Goodbye.
I wish you what you give out.